Hey, what's going on, everybody? It is Tuesday, May 24th, 2011. You know what that means? Well, if you've been around for a while, you know what that means. But if you're new, it means it's time for a two-timing Tuesday, where you get two jokes for the price of one. And since I don't charge you for the first joke, you're getting two funnies for no monies. That's right, two funnies for no monies. This is your one time. This old farmer, he's on his way into town. He's trying to get in town before the co-op closes, so he's kind of getting with it, you know. And the state trooper sees him and pulls him over. He goes up there to the farmer and he says, you know how fast you were going? The guy says, no, I was in a hurry. I was trying to get in the co-op before they close. I got some business doing there. The old state trooper, he's just sitting there just knocking on the farmer, just being rude to him and stuff. You know, trying to make that farmer just feel, you know, about that tall or whatever. The old farmer's just sitting there. He's just taking it, just, you know, listening to it all, taking it all in. Pretty soon that state trooper whips out his ticket book and he starts writing him a ticket. And old farmer looks over and the state trooper, he's swatting at this flies all sitting there bugging him and stuff. The farmer looks over and says, well, that looks like them circle flies is bothering you. The old trooper says, well, I got this fly bugging me. I don't know, I never even heard of a circle fly. The farmer says, well, circle fly, that's we get them a lot around the farm, you know. You see them circling around the horses behind. And the old trooper sitting there writing the ticket, he goes, are you trying to call me a horse's ass? The farmer says, oh, no, I'd never disrespect law enforcement like that. I'd never do anything like that to disrespect law enforcement. The officer says, good. Goes back to writing the ticket. Old farmer looks over at him and says, but you can't fool them flies now, can you? This is your two times. This old guy, we'll call him Billy. He's kind of slow and stuff. And his neighbor's bringing home a different chick every night, you know, bringing home all these good-looking women all the time, you know, bringing home these different, beautiful women. And so one day old Billy, he says, well, go over there and find out what he's doing. So he sees the guy pull in there, and the guy's by himself. So Billy goes running over. He goes, hey, excuse me, neighbor, I got a question for you. He says, I always see you coming home with new women all the time. I just want to know, you know, how you do it. The neighbor says, well, you know, I got this shiny new car, he says. And what I do is I go out driving around and I see a good-looking girl and I pull over and I say, hey, you want to go for a ride? And they say, sure. And then I take them and drive them all around town, drive them back here to the house. I said, you know, works out pretty good. Old Billy, he says, no, okay, I can do that. So, they live on a big lake there in the town, so Billy goes and buys himself a boat. Pretty soon the old neighbor comes home, sees Billy out there cleaning the boat all up. He goes over and says, oh, that's a nice boat you got here, Billy. Billy says, yeah, and it worked. He said, I took it out on the lake. Went out cruising around on the lake. He said, I seen this good-looking brunette over there on the dock. I pulled over there. I said, you want to go for a cruise? She says, sure. She got in the boat. I took her cruising all around the lake. I took her out to the middle of the lake, to the deepest, darkest place out there on the lake. I told her, I said, now, suck my dick or drown. The neighbor says, well, what happened, Billy? Billy said, well, you didn't hear about nobody drowning now, did you? Well, time goes on, you know, neighbor sees old Billy out there washing the boat again. He says, yeah, Billy, is that still working for you? He says, oh, yeah, today, you know, I had this beautiful brunette. I took her, you know, and I seen her on the dock. I pulled over. I said, you want to go for a cruise on my boat? She said, sure. She got in the boat. I took her out cruising all around the lake. Took her out to the deepest, darkest place in the lake. I told her to bend over, take this dick or drown. Neighbor says, well, what happened, Billy? He says, we didn't hear about nobody drowning now, did you? So this goes on, and they keep talking back and forth. You know, it's the same story every day. Billy's saying, well, you didn't hear about nobody drowning now, did you? Yeah, one day, the neighbor comes home. Billy's over there just scrubbing and shining and on that old boat, and he's got this big for sale sign out there, boat for sale. He goes over and he goes, Billy, he says, what happened? You were so happy with the boat. What happened? Why are you selling it? Billy said, well, you know, it's the same thing as every day when I'm cruising around in the boat. I seen this knock-dead gorgeous redhead up there on the dock. I went over there. I pulled up to the dock. I said, you want to go for a cruise around the lake? She says, sure. So I took her out cruising around the lake. Took her out to the deepest, darkest spot in the lake. I told her, I said, we're going to have sex or you're going to drown. The guy says, well, what happened? Billy said, well, you know, she got up, she started taking off all of her clothes, and oh man, she got the biggest boobies, you know, just perfect boobies, perfect figure, you know. She's just beautiful, not that gorgeous, taking off all of her clothes. She's completely naked in my boat. Guy says, well, what happened, Billy? Well, you know, she started shitting all over my boat. She's shitting everywhere on the boat. Guy's like, well, what happened, Billy? Billy said, well, then she went over there after she shit all over my boat. She went over in her purse. She grabbed out this big old .357 Magnum. She cocked back the trigger. She cocked back the hammer. She pointed it right at me. She said, eat shit or die. Guy said, oh my God, Billy, what happened? Billy said, well, you didn't hear about nobody dying now, did you? Oh, damn, what a shit eater Billy wound up being. Oh, that is just crazy. That is your 2000 Tuesday. Oh, that is just funny as hell. I love that joke. I ain't heard that joke or told that joke in probably 10 or more years. Old boss of mine, Nick, he told me that joke, so I always liked it, but